Turkey Tom is officially irritated the out of me.
All right, with that being said, Null apparently called me out of Kiwi Farms. So let's see.
I don't remember if I played.
Somebody sent this at me. So Null messaged me. I'll explain what he messaged me. So the setup for this is essentially that Chris Tyson, when the Keffels video had come out, had messaged Mudahar angrily. And one of the things that Chris Tyson had said was that essentially Null claimed that Chris Tyson is a Jew employed by Disney. That's what Chris Tyson said. And in my video, I said it wouldn't surprise me. I actually have the transcript because Null sent me some screenshots. Let me see here. Let me grab these. Okay. So here's the transcript. So this is me reading the DM. Chris Tyson said, Kiwi Farms encouraged doxes me because they think I'm a Jew and being paid by Disney transition. So they sent, Chris had basically said that Null, who owns Kiwi Farms, had said that. And I said, I don't know if Null actually said that. Wouldn't really be shocked if he did. But the key point, and I kind of like brushed past it, right? That's what I said. So he sent me a picture of his, let's see here. This is his like message history on Kiwi Farms. And this shows that he never said Disney Jew. So essentially he did not say that. So he's posted this clip. Now let's see here. Maddie and Matt at the internet, Mudahar and Turkey Tom sloppy and work. So let's see what he said here. I've been called out. Let's see here.
I don't remember if I played this or not. I'm gonna play it again, I guess. Did I play this video?
I thought the video you saw was going over his compliance with regulations, assuming he isn't in line. What was specifically morally wrong? It's still morally wrong to promote gambling to kids, I think, or allow them to gamble.
Mudahar shouting out the forum. I can't tell. That was before or after the stream. I guess it was after. Yeah, it must have been after. Okay, I'll play it. Okay, so Mudahar did a video on Chris Tyson, who is currently being crucified by the entire internet for being one of the most high-profile predator in recent memory.
Dude. Gonna have to censor this clip. Gonna have to censor this clip. We're in too deep at this point, but if YouTube is watching, disavow.
Mudahar did one of his videos, and he decided to read some DMs live on stream, or in the video, and they were very interesting. So let's see what they were, chat.
In the middle of a drive back home from New York and says, so glad you said there's legit info on Kiwi. She's referring to Kiwi.
So this was all Mudahar said in the Keffels video, which kind of implies that Chris Tyson has a direct link to Keffels. Remember Keffels bragging about all his high profile industry contacts that he could pull the strings to get the Kiwi Farms taken down? Do you remember that? I wonder, Chad. I wonder. Mudahar said, like, yeah, people who do drama videos use the Kiwi Farms constantly, and
that's
it's
true.
funny. I'm tired of pretending it's not. So that's what he said, basically. Chris Tyson heard this, probably because it was in the Keffels video, and took such offense to it, he literally reached out by DMs. And it said, the way that this is laid out says accept. So it's like he reached out for the first time to Mudahar just to scold him for doing this without any prior context.
Farms. Legit being people telling people to go to my house and, do something bad. That website is the reason my child has a gun pointed at him by cops. They renamed my family businesses on Google, harass and dox my family members to the point where they don't talk to me anymore, and are the reasons I had to move. So thank you for sending more eyes to the bottom of the barrel of the internet, where
Mudahar, lowercase I internet, because then you have to ask the question very smugly, which one? Just get it right, bro. Come on, you're like an H1B, right? You're one of the people of H1B. Do you not know the difference?
Phobia is encouraged by the creator, who enjoys and has encouraged doxes of me because they think that I am a Jewish person being paid by Disney to transition. Now, this is a very wild accusation, because if Ava took maybe even 5 minutes out of her life to watch the video that she is so hard on criticizing.
Ava definitely, I don't know if Ava, is it Ava? I always forget the name. Ava Chris Tyson. I highly doubt that Ava Chris Tyson actually watched that video. If they did, I would probably guess that Ava would probably not care that much, because if I had to guess, Ava Chris Tyson probably supports, I don't have direct evidence for this, I guess, that I've seen, but if I had to guess, Ava Chris Tyson probably supports minors transitioning, so they probably wouldn't even have a problem with the fact that Keffels was sending hormones to children without their parents' consent, but that's just my guess there. I could be wrong.
Then she would realize that I actually decry what the actual website would do if it means harassing and doxing anyone. There's no actual, way that anybody can approve of that kind of behavior.
This is such bitch made, and I want to also complain about something else. Let me pull this up. I forgot.
Wait, hold on. How's it bitch made? Hold on.
Being paid by Disney to transition. Now, this is a very wild accusation, because if Ava took maybe even 5 minutes out of her life to watch the video that she is so hard on criticizing, then she would realize that I actually decry at what the actual website would do if it means harassing and doxing anyone. There's no actual, way that anybody can approve of that kind of behavior.
This is such bitch made, and I want to also
Why is it bitch made?
complain about something else. Let me pull this
Is it bitch made because Mudahar said that harassment and doxing is bad?
up. I forgot to bring this up. Turkey Tom is officially irritated the out of me.
Oh, here we go. Why are you spamming 3 in my chat? Enjoy your ban. All right, I irritated Null. Let's see it.
Because he has a direct line of communication to me. He can message me at any time. And I don't mean to be like Ricada and be like, oh, if you have any concerns, you should just talk to me first. But literally, you don't need to talk to me. He says this, and I only have the screenshot of this from his video, where he says, in response to this exact thing, by the way, reading the message, encourage doxes of me because they think I'm a Jew being paid by Disney to transition. And then Turkey Tom continues and says, now I don't know if Null actually said that, but I wouldn't be surprised. And then he just accepts this as fact. My kneesy and cheeses. Okay, listen, there is a thing called the search feature on the Kiwi Farms. You can type in Disney, or was it Jews? And then we type in Null. That's not how you spell Null. That is, and then we search. And this is in the Ukraine war thing. It says, just blame Jews like a normal person, pretending China has somehow been pushing LGBTQIP plus culture for 30 years. When they forced Disney into Photoshop gays kissing in their movies were barely anything but rice farmers when Hong Kong. This is me saying, like, I think that this guy said China was trying to force Disney to be gay when their movies, like, are censored to remove gays in them. Has nothing to do with Chris Tyson. And I'm pretty sure, I'll go on a limb and say that in this thread, which at this point is a mere 230 pages, in this thread, if you were to go back and search through, maybe, I'm sure, that there is some conspiracy regarding, Chris Tyson's agency is the same agency, I think it's owned by Disney, that manages a bunch of other people. And therefore, there is the conspiracy that Disney is trying to make more trans content creators. That theory probably does exist somewhere in that thread, because I've heard it before. But to say that the Kiwi Farms is, let me repeat this, telling people to go to my house and me, flatly false. I would bet my life on it. 2, that the website is the reason my child has a gun pointed to him at him by cops. If Chris Tyson was swatted, I guarantee you there's not a single post or DM that is encouraging people to swat him or taking credit.
Yeah, I agree with that. The reason I didn't push back on this stuff specifically is because I just kind of, apart from the Jew thing, the reason I didn't push back on that is because I thought it was kind of assumed that probably was not the case, that Kiwi Farms had been the cause of that. Because Kiwi Farms, from what I understand, at least, for my usage of it, which has been, relatively regular when researching videos, they don't encourage harassment. They don't encourage touching the poo, so to speak. So I probably could have pushed back on that harder. And yeah, I think Null's right. I easily could have just messaged him. So I think it's fair for him to be irritated,
Credit for swatting him. 3, they renamed my family's businesses on Google. And then further, they harassed and doxed my family members to the point where they don't talk to me anymore. I would say, number 1, there's probably no post in this that takes credit for changing any business names on Google. They might have found a business that was changed to something and then laughed about it. Maybe they dox family members, but that's different from her.
No, such a crybaby. I don't think he's being a crybaby here. I honestly think it's a relatively fair criticism. Because the thing is, like, if I wanted to know if Chris said that, if Null said that, I could have easily messaged Null and just been like, did you say that? I could have just shot him a message on Telegram, and I didn't do that. So, I think he's right. That's my bad. I can't really disagree.
Harassment. And then this point where he says, where they don't talk to me anymore. Are you sure that they don't talk to you because you're a gross that puts his kids into high heels? I would not talk to you if I knew you.
Okay. I think we've probably gotten through the meat of this. Let's see if I can skip that part.
Encouraged by the creator. And this is specifically pushed on me, who enjoys and has encourages doxes of me because they think I'm a Jew being paid by Disney to transition. That's a quote, actually. So this is a direct quote. And I missed the part where it says by the creator. So this is explicitly being quoted as something I have said. So I don't think I've ever said dox Chris Tyson and his family because he is being paid by Jews from Disney, or that he is a Jew being paid by Disney to transition. I don't think I've ever said that. And Turkey Tom reiterated that and said, maybe Null said that. And then Mudahar also says, maybe Kiwi Farms did that. Both of you have unrestricted guest access. You can sign out and view this search engine and search just like a normal user without any requirements. Tom has an account, and I wouldn't be surprised if Mudahar had a secret account. But
Null's being disingenuous? I don't think he is, to be honest. I think he's right.
You have access to this. You also have access, as a guest, for sure, the highlight feature. You can go back You can click the highlight button. You can see every single thing that's ever been posted throughout this thread from the beginning, from April 2013. And you can see that none of them are posting things saying, hey, go kill this guy's family, swat his child. It's just false. So it bothers me that Mudahar is willing to go out and say, yeah, this, and Turkey Tom is willing to say, oh yeah, maybe he did. When it's like you have full unrestricted access to this website, including a search feature. Google even reindexes it now. You can disprove this if you want to. You can ask, and I'll look into it for you, even if you're going to make a video about it. It's just so sloppy and like Turkey Tom and Mudahar get paid literally hundreds of thousands of dollars to do internet drama videos. In any other context, if you're being paid hundreds of thousands of dollars a year to do something, you would expect the bare minimum. You wouldn't expect that, I don't know, maybe would be good enough. If someone asked you to do a report about something and you say, oh, I don't know, maybe they did that, that would never fly in any other group except like in the...
Yeah, I think that's fair, honestly. I think that's fair. I mean, I think he has a right to be irritated, honestly. And yeah, you know, I should have messaged him. So, you know, there you go. I think Null is right, you know, especially as someone who, you know, push against misinformation a lot. I should have checked that. So yeah, I think he's right. W Null. There you go. I can't disagree with that. When you're wrong, you're wrong. Anyhow, so people want me to look at it's none of your business. Well, if I'm talking about a publicly accessible thing, it is my business. Imagine bending the knee to Null. Mr. Obvious, the issue I have with that kind of thing is like if I think I'm wrong, I'm gonna acknowledge that. And also like imagine bending the knee to Null. If I'm wrong about anything, I should be bending the knee to anyone, and that's the way it goes, right? Like just because you don't personally like what someone does or has to say doesn't mean you should be okay with like spreading misinformation about them. So you know, he was right. What can I say?